Alright, hello YouTube, what's good? Wysol here, and today we're going to be talking about contacting guides, or guides contacting you. That is the question of the day. Now, what do I mean by guides? I mean spirit guides, any sort of higher dimensional entity that doesn't reside in this dimension. Are they trying to contact you, or are you trying to contact them? Have a little think about that for a second. This is going to be a two-part video again, like my previous one. I'm going to be talking about an entity that has contacted me. I thought I was trying to contact her, but she contacted me. I'm going to explain. Now, the reason we're interested in certain entities, maybe certain alien races, certain beings that have potentially, have lived on Earth before, the reason we're interested in those is because they are trying to contact us, okay? There's a reason that we get these inclinations as to why we should go a certain direction. That is entities that you can't see, or beings that you can't see, guiding you. Guiding your hand, you could say. You could say you've got an invisible angel or demon, or whatever you would like to call your guides, guiding your hand. So in actuality, these entities that we're so-called trying to contact are actually contacting us. Now the reason they're contacting us is because you could say they have work for us to do, or it was meant to be. They contact you at certain times. You will get inclined to start either researching certain things, start meditating on certain topics, or start meditating on certain names. That is because, again, those entities want you to kind of knock on their door. They want you to be aware that they're trying to get hold of you. So they give you all these inclinations. They put certain things that pop on your news feed. Again, you think that it's an algorithm, that it's the internet algorithm doing it. Everything is a sign, okay? And when you can notice all signs, everything is trying to teach you something, okay? Alright, next bit. So, the entities that you think you're trying to contact are actually contacting you, which is why you think you're trying to contact them. Because they're putting subliminal messages in and around your environment, like, get hold of me. Get hold of me. I'm ringing your doorbell. Alright. Part 2. Tiamat. I'm going to explain who Tiamat is and why there's a connection with me and her. Tiamat is in the Uma Elish. I think I'm pronouncing it a little bit wrong. Uma Elish. It's the creation story of Sumeria. So Tiamat was a primordial dragon. I'll quickly, briefly talk about the story. Essentially, Tiamat created what is now known as the new gods. They were her children. Her children were like, nope, and they wanted to kind of rebel from Tiamat and attempted to kill her. And in the story, it does say that Marduk did kill her, but it also says in the story that this whole earth was built on Tiamat's body, and the blood of Kingu runs through us, so we all have dragon blood. That's in the story. Now, what is my connection there? Now, if you haven't seen a previous video of my Dragon Soul video, where I found out that I was a dragon in a past life, then check that out, because other kin are real, and dragons are here, fairies are here, a whole bunch of stuff is here, and it's going to get, well, depending on your perspective, it might get a bit weirder for you. It might get a bit more exciting for me. So Tiamat. At one point in my life, I was guided to start dragon magic. That's mentioned in the previous video as well. I was guided to start dragon magic. Now, dragon magic isn't left hand or right hand path. It's kind of the balance path, as it's quoted in the book. Since then, I have acquired a Dragon Guardian, which is on my left hand shoulder, a dark energy entity, female, and a co-magician, which kind of energetically sits on my right shoulder. The Dragon Guardian, it's like their heads, like there, like here. It's like I can stroke it. And the Co-Magician is like sits, it's smaller, and it like sits, like, it's weird. It feels like a kind of coiling dragon, like sitting on your head. Since the Co-Magician, now the purpose of the Co-Magician is to help you in your magical practices. So things like research, spells, ritual work, the whole shebang. So I've had the Co-Magician since approximately the 14th of this month. I think it was like in between like the 10th and the 15th of this month. I have my diary on me, so I would check, but I don't. It was just sometime this month. Since then, I was guided to get something called the Grimoire of Tiamat. Sorry about the train noise. There is a train track like over there. But I have been guided to get the Grimoire of Tiamat. Now, the Grimoire of Tiamat is a quote-unquote left-hand path book. But there's something that Tiamat wants me to know. And that is, we need to intertwine dark and light energies. Because if you reside in the polarity, you're residing in an extreme. So the high point of light is an extreme, and the high point of dark is extreme. So you could put it extremism. You are slightly hesitant to say this, but you'd think this world is covered in darkness, when in actuality, the forces of light are the ones that are in control. This is going to get very controversial now. Holy fuck. This is just coming through. I'm holding Celestite as well. So I'm holding a crystal that represents the forces of light. Zoroaster. I've mentioned this in my last video. He created monotheism. He was the first so-called prophet that demonized Hindu devas. The light is currently blinding us. We need to intertwine all the energies inside of us and outside of us. Inside and outside, even though the inside is outside, internal and external. As above, so below. But there are people utilizing dark and light energies for their own gain. You could say they're using it. This is how they spoke about in a video that I watched previously. They think of energy like clay, dark or light energy. Think of it like clay on a spinning wheel. The person in front of the spinning wheel has the power to mold the clay. Okay, so the person doing the rituals, utilizing certain energies, has the power to mold that energy that they're utilizing it and project it in a certain way. Now, when very destructive and detrimental forces have been accumulating occult texts for the past, it was late Egypt, so it wasn't actually around Jesus' time, it was late Egypt. The fall of Egypt was because of they started to get influenced. So it was like late Egypt, so you could say about 5,000, 4,000 years ago is when that started happening. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent on that bit. But alien races and other dimensional entities are trying to contact you. Okay, sorry I haven't been looking at the camera, I've just been kind of like taking in scenery here. You're not really trying to contact them. They're trying to contact you because you've already made, you could say, a pact with them. You've already agreed to all of this. I've already agreed to speaking about this right now, way, way far back ago. So we've all agreed to this, and you've all agreed to having certain entities try to contact you. Now, you do need to be cautious as to certain entities trying to contact you, because some can guise themselves. Some demons, even though I spoke about demons in a more positive sense before, some demons are actually very incredibly negative and are incredibly detrimental. Even the dead can be incredibly detrimental if they had a destructive death. So if their death was like they were raped and like fucking slit their throat, they're gonna stay in the same spot essentially around that and kind of. Oh, well, that's a whole nother video. Anyway, this video is about, are entities trying to contact you, or are you trying to contact other entities? And again, they are trying to contact you. Okay? Anyway, I've talked quite a bit about some other stuff that may not be relevant to the video, but I thought it was kind of relevant anyway, because as above, so below. Those entities are trying to contact you because your inclination is trying to contact them. It's kind of like a magnetizing pull. I forgot to mention on the previous bit about my experience with Tiamat. Namely because I was kind of talking about different stuff. I am talking about different stuff in the other bit. I will go back to that bit, but I just wanted to kind of put this in on the bit where I talk about Tiamat and kind of show you how she came to me. Okay, so I started meditation. This was my diary somewhere. I've got a date on it, but about a week ago now. First time she came to me in meditation was, firstly I could like, it wasn't like a presence came in the room. It was more, I synced into a state, and then my eyes were closed. See his big orange eye. I see this big orange eye, like about kind of this distance away from my mind's eye, about there. It was a big orange eye, like staring at me, kind of like in a smiling manner. That was the energetic feeling. It was like, good to see you kind of feeling. It was really weird. I just drew a picture of it, and a picture of what happened after I saw the eye. So when I saw the eye, it kind of faded into a dragon head, and then faded into like 3 necks, and it was like the dragon was a big cloud. It was a 3-headed dragon and a massive cloud. So this little bit, that was the eye. Obviously this is a really awful drawing, okay? So I saw the eye first, and then the head came into picture. Okay, so that was somewhat what it looked like. I could slightly see the eye when it in the head as well. Now this top bit is the most awful drawing. But that was similar to what the 3 necks looked like. Those aren't the heads. I just drew a bump to depict the heads. But it then went into like 3 necks and a massive black cloud. That was what I saw when I first contacted Tiamat, or more like she contacted me and came into my meditation, because I wasn't meditating on her. I was like semi-researching her, thinking about her that day. Not thinking about her, like I was pretty sure I was reading the Grimoire of Tiamat that day, or one of the days before. And then that happened, okay? And then not the next day, I think it was the day after the next, I seen, like, I haven't drawn this because it wasn't like as detailed as the eye and the face, so I didn't draw this one because it would just look really weird if I drew it. As much as I can explain, it was like a dragon come up, spread its wings, showed its 3 heads, and then just flew up again and disappeared. Haven't seen it since. It was, I don't really know how to explain that one, because that was very quick. Like, flew up. Aha, I got it now. Now I'm talking about it. I haven't really thought about it. I'm on the right path. That's what I'm getting from it. Spreading my wings, going upwards. That makes sense now. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you.